Yes, yes. Shout out Cole. Try to do this in one take. Check it.
Who that? Stop playing, it's nobody else but me. Rolled on my shoulders under my coat, got me looking husky. I've heard some of y'all rap and it's giving bummy weave, just smelling musty. Whole squad just out here crusty. That's y'all at these shows, no cap. I'm just spitting facts, now I'm getting carried away. Ain't come here for all that. Truthfully, I really came for myself. It's killing me seeing y'all win, I'm really here for my health. Not saying I'm secretly out to see everybody feel. I just feel like if you have the city, then I should have it as well. Cause I'm willing to bet my life savings and all these casualties. Absolutely none of your favorite rappers are out rapping me. That ain't even close to how I believe in my dreams. Scratch that, this a God dream. We on the ultralight beam. And if chasing this dream, that should put me in a hole with a mask or with this ass. I'm finding my way to a pole. Some call it irrational, I call it a last resort. I need y'all to know my name from Flatbush to Freeport. Not out of desperation, more like a declaration. Cause I'm coming for it all like overdraft fees with no hesitation. Who that? Who that? Bitch, I got that flame. Who that? Who that? Bitch, I got that flame. Who that? Who that? Bitch, I got that flame. And I ain't stopping till y'all screaming my name. I got him saying. I got him saying. I got him saying.
Ready? We everywhere?
Yeah, we everywhere?
I think we are.
Cool.
Hip hop preserving the culture. Akila K.
In the building.
What's the word?
Everything's word. No, I'm kidding. But nah, it's cool to be here. It's a wonderful Wednesday night. Thank you for having me.
Learned something new tonight, didn't you?
I definitely learned something new. I didn't even know this studio was here on Long Island. Like, y'all gotta tap in.
They open, they up, they running.
Yes. If we had like the link is somewhere here. Click here.
I'll edit that in. Link right here.
Link somewhere here.
Word up. So what's up, man? What's been going on? Tell me. We've been trying to link for a while now.
A minute. It's funny because I feel like our schedules never meshed at the same time.
My schedule is definitely.
Yeah, and I'm all over the place.
Me too.
See, that's how you know that we working, we staying busy, being productive.
And we finally was able to connect.
We finally was able to do it now. Yeah, better late than never.
So what's going on? You got a new project coming out? What you working on? What you doing?
I recently dropped my second album, Hear Me Out. I said what I said. It's available literally any and everywhere you can listen to music. It is there. There's not a place on the internet that this album is not posted, uploaded, whatever. But like with this album, I wanted to do something a little different. We're in the era of independent artistry and everyone uploading their music on their own time in their own way. So the cool thing about this album is everywhere you access the album, the 14th track on the album changes.
I was seeing that. I saw you a couple posts about that.
Absolutely.
So on Tidal, it's a different 14th track.
So on streaming services, so Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere else that's considered a streaming service, the 14th track is the song called Cursive. I'm Like That featuring Zach G. Shout out to Zach G, Syracuse's own. It's the bro. So that's on DSPs. If you go to the album on Audiomack, the 14th track is a freestyle I did to Sugar Hill Gang, Action Rappers Delight.
What you know about that?
Listen. I'm an old soul at heart, honestly.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, I'm a student of hip hop, like through and through. Like, I don't just listen to mainstream. Like, I'm a student of hip hop in every way possible.
That's
so,
dope.
the on Audiomack, the 14th track is a freestyle to Rappers Delight. On SoundCloud, there was a discrepancy with SoundCloud. SoundCloud, the 14th track was supposed to be my freestyle to Red Button by Drake, which blew up. When I originally did it, blew up on Instagram. Like, I did not think that many people were going to gravitate towards it the way they did. Like, even now, mind you, I posted that earlier this year. I forgot when. I want to say March-ish of this year. And even now, if I do an open mic or something like that, people are like, yo, that Red Button freestyle.
What do you think it was about the freestyle that made people gravitate towards it?
In all honesty, I really feel like because I wasn't showing anyone any mercy with that freestyle. And it's so funny because I wasn't necessarily mad when I wrote it, but that beat is such a, like, straight to the point, like, this is how I feel, like, fuck y'all if y'all don't think I'm fucking awesome type of beat. Like, even when Drake did it, he was coming at everybody, not necessarily intentional or direct, but just letting people, he's talking his shit. So it was only right that if I do it, I gotta up that. Like, anything I do, I gotta do it better than wherever I got it from. So my intention was to up it as like if you listen to it, there's no doubt in your mind, yo, Akila K is a monster. Like,
Nah, I saw that tonight. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
listen,
I was like, all right.
I like to chat sometime and rhyme, and people tend to like it. Hence the Red Button freestyle. So that's why I wanted to put it on the album in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, but SoundCloud's being a hater, bro, and they won't let me post it. Every time I post it, gets removed because of copyright infringement. Which is crazy because I got the instrumental because Drake himself posted it and said he was releasing the instrumental. So, like, I can understand if nothing was ever said, but like there's actual proof that he released the instrumental to the entire world. So I have no idea why SoundCloud is messing it up. But it's okay though, because since I couldn't get it on SoundCloud, if you go to my album on my website, which is the other platform that's on, if you listen to my album on my
What's your website?
AkilaKmusic.com. So make sure y'all type that in whatever device you're using right now. AkilaKmusic.com. Access all things Akila K. Like, we don't need Instagram over here, yo. We got our own now.
You pitching your music on the website, right?
Absolutely.
Downloads?
Yeah, like,
okay.
Well, the link to whatever streaming service they use. But there's also an option to buy my album on my website for people that really want to support the journey.
Buy it how?
To buy it by digital download.
Digital download?
Yeah.
All right, now, I've been saying this since I started the podcast, talking about how can we get the sales back physical.
So,
and shout out to the record execs. I heard y'all talking that physical sales shit again.
Yep. Because
I've been talking that for a year and some time.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the party.
Welcome back. But yeah, like, because somehow along the way, people got it in their heads, and I'm also a culprit of this as well, that music was supposed to be free. And it's not. It's not. Because
yes and no.
Like, yes and no. Like, even when I was younger, I'm not gonna lie, I think we all did it, LimeWire, giving our computers cancer for however long we was doing that. MediaFire, people remember MediaFire. Dirty ass downloads, all that. And the song came up as Lil_Wayne_123_.
And it sounded like shh.
It sounded like shit. But we've been doing that. So when I was younger, I would say, yeah, music's supposed to be free, it's art, da-da-da. But the older I got, and once I really started taking music serious, like, people got to get paid. However, I will say there is a very large discrepancy of how the engineer gets paid, the studio gets paid, the graphic designer gets paid, the videographer gets paid, the producer gets paid, but the artist is the only one that has to wait for their payout. So, like, and that's another conversation for another day. But like you said before, people are starting to come back to, oh, we have to buy music, music. In my heart of hearts, I feel like, yes, it is important to buy music, but, like, people want to make sure they're spending their money on something worth having. Which is why I kind of understand where certain people are coming from, or some people are coming from, where they're like, I like your music, but why would I pay $10 for this when I'm already paying $10 for Apple Music? I'm already paying because they're paying for something at that point. I'm paying again. So you gotta make it worth it. That's why I did my album the way I did, because there's a version of it on streaming services for people that don't want to pay for it. I understand. I'll prefer you pay for it, but if you don't want to do that, I'm not completely closing it off to the rest of the world. Like, you have a version of it, but if you want this version, you have it on my website.
How many different track 14s are there out there?
Altogether, there are 6 different 14 tracks.
Where did you come up with that concept that, okay, everywhere I send it, I'm going to change the last track?
So I wanted to do something that was inclusive to every single way a person can consume music, because, again, to your point, we're coming back to buying music now. But I'm also not ignorant, so I'm not blind to the fact that people have to want to buy your music. Like, I think a lot of artists, especially independent artists these days, they're all focused on direct to consumer, doing it yourself, which is great. I'm not taking anything from that, because I'm doing that right now. But I think we got so caught up in the whole direct to consumer buying my music that we forgot that people have to care. People have to want to buy your music, bro. like, and I'm not above saying, like, yo, I know I'm not at that point yet in my career where if I say, yo, I'm dropping my album right now, it's only available if you buy it, that people are going to rush out and buy it. I know I'm not there yet. I'm going to get there one day.
Well, yes and no. I'm going to stop you because your people should rush out and buy it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, well, yeah, excluding them. Excluding my peoples, but like...
That's where it starts.
But that's where it starts, exactly. But for me, there needs to be some type of incentive for people to, one, buy it and one, listen to it. Because I've also, like, even in my career, I've had people, yo, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna buy it. I'm probably not gonna listen to it though. In that case, I'd rather you not buy it if you're not gonna listen to it.
I'm the same way.
Right. So, and, like, don't get me, I appreciate it because, like, it shows you're investing into my dream, my journey. But if you're not, like, I'm an artist at first, and I make art for myself, one, and then for the public. And
It's
if
like
you're
buying a paint and putting it in the closet.
yeah, like, why would you do that? Like, especially when I know this
agree
album
with
is
you.
fucking fire. Like, you should want to listen to this. Shit is hard. I stand by it. So, I wanted the albums to be something that, if you really love it, you really support me, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, it's cool. It's also available here. And I got a really good response from that. Because, like I said, on total, there are 6 different track 14s. And there's some people that ask me, like, where can I find the other ones? You gotta buy the other ones. You can listen to it, you get a little preview, but you gotta buy it. There's one song in particular, it's called I'm Not Sorry, that is only available if you buy my album. That's the 14 track from my website.
Okay.
So if you go on my website, you can hear it, but if you want it, you gotta buy the album
Gotta buy the
directly
album.
from my website. But that's the song that I perform everywhere. Like, if I can get booked for anything, you can bet all the money you have, that song is in the set list.
Tell me what's the vibes for the night. Guarantee that I can change your life. Mix it with the Sprite. It's about to be a legendary night. And
You do another song I like, what is it, 2-Step or something like that?
Oh, For the Steppers. Yeah, For the Steppers. So, fun fact about For the Steppers, there's a part 1 of For the Steppers. That was on my first album, when the album dropped. And then I decided to redo it, because I liked that version, but it didn't scream cookout to me. Like the whole purpose of that song was to
Trying to
be
get everybody up and going.
yeah, like a family, and so that's well, I won't say that's one of the few. I have a good amount of songs where I curse, and I have a good amount of songs where I don't curse. That's one of the songs where I don't curse. So it's a family song. I wrote it with the intention to be like a cookout or a family gathering, a baby shower, or whatever. The events where the family or the group
It's
or the gang is
together.
getting together.
Understandable.
And it got such a good response from it being on my first album that I wanted to redo it, but like make it a little bit more up to date. So I redid it, and the version I perform of it is the second version, which I go people 2-step. I don't know how to do it, but I know it's a 2-step to the left. So I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take it.
So now, where did the concept of the Run On album come from? Where you have the album, but then the next project is the same title, but just songs added.
So I've been, like, one thing about being an independent artist, I think there's always more you can learn about how to do it, how to market yourself. Because, like, at the end of the day, all of us really don't know what we're doing. We're winging it, and we're trying to do it to the best of our abilities. So I'm always looking for different tips or tricks of the trade on how I can maximize a song however I can. In the process of doing that, I saw an artist that made a really good point that, if you're still trying to gain your fan base, dropping consistent projects with like several different songs are cool, so at least you have something. But if people don't really know you, they're probably going to listen to like that first song, that first 2.
First couple.
Right, and then there's like 3 or 4 other songs that go underappreciated. And I'm like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. So what I started doing, getting in the habit of, was releasing things little at a time. Like maybe it's freestyles, or maybe it's these songs here, these 4 songs, see what the people like, and then re-release it. So that was the premise behind re-releasing Hear Me Out Again. Another aspect of it was I wasn't done. Like that. This title.
You still have more to say.
Yeah, I have more to say. I wasn't done. The Hear Me Out title itself came from just the fact that I feel like in this era, in this time that we're in right now, you can literally go on Google, you can go search on TikTok, Instagram, search something, and there is an explanation for it, even if it's not true. Even if you go right now and Google, I believe the sky is purple, I guarantee you there will be several articles proving that the sky is purple, to your point, even though you're wrong. But there's something out there. So it's like everyone has something to say. Well, I do too, so hear me out. So that's where the title came from. And then the next part was, I wasn't done. I realized, I got more to say. So
then the first project, the same thing, was like the EP, then the album.
Yeah, so that's a theme with all my projects. Like, and when I say projects, I mean anything I drop that's 5 songs or more. I always have a theme because I'm a student of hip hop, so I grew up in that era where everyone had a theme to it. Like, even if you listen to the album, it's a story. I would prefer people listen to my album from start to finish, from track 1 to the last track, because it makes sense if you listen that way. People are gonna shuffle it, I understand, but
it's intended to be played that way for a reason. 'Cause it's a story, like, and it goes up into a theme which people don't do anymore. Like, I miss the or like when Kanye West first came out, he had graduation, late registration, college dropout, late registration. Like, everything flowed and made sense. It was a theme. Who else did something like that? Wale. It wasn't necessarily the albums, but he had the mixtape About Nothing. I think he had another mixtape About Nothing. They had the album About Nothing. Like, the people don't do that anymore.
Where Wale at? I miss his music. Like, he has some.
That's another conversation. But
I think the shift in music, everybody kind of just sat down and was like, just watching.
Right, but
I think it's coming back around.
Music for a long time. When I say a long time, I mean I feel like the past 8 years, 6 to 8 years, it's just been a lot of orchestrated noise. Like, it's not what it used to be. Like, it sounds good. Yeah. It just sounds like really well put together chaos. Yeah. And we're just digesting it, like,
that's what's out there.
Because that's what's out there. That's the only thing that's people are literally playing anything right now, which is why I made the album the way I did, which is why I repeated certain songs and I just added new songs to it, because again, I wasn't finished saying what I had to say, and I really want people to hear the music. I don't want to just put anything out just because I can put it out. Like you said, we're getting back to that that era of people actually making music, people actually rapping,
thinking about the music,
people thinking about what they put out before they actually put it out. So not hoping, but my album was like a testament to that rebirth, that renaissance, if you will. Yeah, but it's my baby.
So what's next?
So February, I'm gonna be dropping nothing crazy, 2-pack, if you will. There's gonna be another, I don't want to call it stipulation, but like another.
Like, hear me out, but wait.
Hear me out, but wait.
But listen though. I was cutting you out. I was like, damn, fucking woman. It's just like she just can't let it go, huh?
Nope, absolutely. I still got more to say. Absolutely, I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go till y'all understand I'm fucking greatest. Like, y'all gonna figure it out one way or another. I'm putting my foot down. But the project I don't even want to call it a project because it's only gonna be like 2 songs. In February.
2 songs.
2 or 3 in mind. I'm still trying to figure it out. So here's the plan with it. I'll tell you the plan. The plan with it is similar to how I did my album. There will be 2 songs, it's like a 2-pack, that'll be on streaming services. However, if you're a member of my mailing list, I do have a mailing list. The link to it is actually in my bio on my Instagram. Join the mailing list, is free. I'll be doing giveaways, merch, discounts on show tickets, things like that. If you're a member of my mailing list, then you'll get the 2-pack, but there'll be a bonus track on there solely for them. So it's kind of like a way to not only put music out, but I'm also trying to cultivate my fan base. And
absolutely.
That's another thing that I feel like independent artists are not putting enough emphasis on, or enough.
You're just putting music out.
You're just putting music out, but like, again, people gotta care. People have to want to hear you again. And I feel like the best way is to make a community. So I'm fortunate enough to have a decent amount of people on my mailing list. So shout out to anyone that's a part of my mailing list. If you're not part of my mailing list, like I said, the link is in my bio on my Instagram. But like, this community that I have right here, like, they're invested. Because you could easily just not join the mailing list. Or even the people that's in the mailing list, they could easily just press unsubscribe. I know Google got it right up there. It's not hard.
Just a click.
It's just a click away, and I won't bother you no more. But those people like consistently tap in and I'm at a point now where I send out emails every month. Again, sometimes they'll give away. Sometimes I'm updating on what's going on in my career. Sometimes I just say what's up. And I have a broadcast channel on Instagram too. Do the same thing.
Okay.
So whenever I do something, like moving forward, I want to make sure that I'm not only being the artist that I want to be, but I'm cultivating that fan base. You know, I hate when you have an artist that you like, especially if the artist is not that big yet, and like you might DM them or tag them and some stuff, and they just go straight Hollywood on you. Like, bro, I was at the show. There was like 20 of us.
It happens.
And it happens. I'm not knocking nobody, but I never wanted to be like that. Like, I want to be the type that, if I can get to you and give you my utmost gratitude for just tapping in, I'm going to try to do that the best way I can. Since I can't talk to every single person, come to my mailing list, here's free music for you. Or I was doing a promo because everyone was posting their Spotify rap. Mm-hmm. So if anything of mine is in your top album, top song, whatever the case, you get a free T-shirt. I got my album merch. Like, I have my sweatpants on right now. This is the album merch for my album. I said what I said. This is one of my crew necks, because that's my little logo right there.
Okay, so you got your own merch popping?
You know, I got my own merch popping, so like I'm not opposed to giving that away, because I mean, for one, people like free stuff, people like discounts. But again, people want to know, like, if I'm giving you my time and my attention, I matter. And that's we all just want to matter at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
That's why I rap. I want to matter.
What's your inspiration behind your music?
Everyday life. Everyday life. And it's so funny because when I first started rapping, I feel like we all get into this point where like, yeah, I gotta rap like I got money. I ain't got no money. Like, I gotta rap like I got foreign cars in the driveway. I barely have a driveway. So like, I like to rap about what I know. One day I'm gonna have all those things.
Absolutely,
right.
absolutely.
Absolutely, I'm gonna have all those things. But I like writing about what I know. The one thing, or one of the main things I like about writing music and writing verses and being a songwriter is that I can make whatever story I want, and I can word it in a way that you're never gonna forget it. Like, it's a feeling at that point. Like, I feel like a lot of artists, they rap, yeah. A lot of artists today, they rap, but I want you to see the image I'm painting for you right now. Like, the way the sequences, the cadences, the way the words are flowing. Like, I want you to be able to close your eyes, listen, and she's talking about Empire roller skating ring on Empire Boulevard in Brooklyn. I remember because I was there. Like, she's talking about Flatbush Avenue. I remember I had my mom took me to get my uniforms and cookies. Like, I remember. Like, I want people to say, like, yo, I remember that. So that's where you get songs like Flatbush Ave, which is on my album, and I'll perform that. Like, I grew up in Brooklyn. I'm always going to the same cookie store. Oh yeah, that Chase on. Yeah, like I was there. I know these things. So if I can write it in a way where you can see it,
make them relate,
make you believe. That's the fun part to me. Seeing what I come up with, and especially when I'm writing a song, seeing where the song takes me, because most of the time I don't have the outline of the song already done when I'm writing a song. Like, I write the song wherever the words take me, where they take me. That's the fun part. That's the, where's this gonna end up? Let's see where this goes.
What influences what you write? Is it the music, or is it just how you feeling at the time? Or?
It's everything. It could be the beat. Like, there's a song that I just finished writing today, and so one thing about when I'm writing, whatever the name of the beat is, I don't change it. I make the song around that. There's certain times where I will change the title if it's pulling me a different direction, but I'll say 97% of the time, whatever the name of the beat is, I'm not gonna change it. So I had a song that I finished writing today, and the name of the beat was Better Days, but the song just sounded so depressing. But
that's what was going on at the moment.
Right? No, seriously. Like granted, I wasn't necessarily depressed at the time that I was writing it. I'm not depressed right now, but I know what that feels like, and because I know what that feels like, I can write about it, and I can relate to it, and because I can relate to it, I know somebody else can too, and that's another reason why I like writing songs. I like writing music, because I make music for myself first, and then I make music for the people that need it.
What's your plan for your craft? Like,
I'm taking it all the way to the top. Like, okay. I envision when people talk about their Mount Rushmore of MCs,
you're gonna be up
I
there.
want to be one of the faces up there. Okay. Like, you have all these dope female rappers that people idolize, but I can't help but notice it's always, she's dope. For Lauryn Hill is one of the best female rappers. Lil' Kim was one of the most influential female rappers. Rhapsody, like, that's cool, but I want to take the female out of it. I want to be one of the best rappers, period. Like, I don't want my gender to even be a part of that conversation.
Categorized.
Like, I don't, the best male, but, like, no, like, when you're talking about the greats, like, you got to put Akila K name in there, because she was beasting on people, like, that's my goal.
What you think about the whole Kendrick Drake situation?
Trying to get me in trouble. No, honestly, I think it was so needed for the culture. I think it was, and I'm a fan of both of them. I'm an absolute fan of both of them. So I was eager to see what both of them were gonna do. It was like the civil war of hip hop at that time, because like everybody was beefing. I think them two was beefing, and I think Chris Brown and Quavo started. Like it was like this is like Infinity War, Avengers. Like we are assembling it was the greatest thing. Like I remember going to work and minding my business, and I get a notification, Kendrick just dropped Euphoria. I go on my break now. Gotta go on my break. Close the door, go in the car, and just blast it as loud as I can. And then next day, oh, Drake just dropped Family Matters. In the car, blast it. Like it
The back and forth.
yeah, like and you know what? I feel like that was my generation's Jay-Z and Nas.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was too young to really, like, my mom was letting me listen to that. Now I'm older, I bump Ether all the time, take over all the time. But this was our generation of Jay-Z and Nas, and who's going to win and who's going to have the knockout punch. And I think we all know who had the knockout punch, but and it's still knocking people out. But seeing that, I felt was good for the culture, because I think it inspired a lot of artists like, yo, you need to push your pen. So it inspired me to push my pen, but you need to push your pen. Like, look, they're going.
We could definitely. There's definitely room for that.
Yeah, yeah, and boy,
it
it helped bring rap back. Like
Yeah.
they were rapping to each other. They was talking to each other. Like we needed that. I think it was needed for the culture. But
Who else would you like to see?
like go head to head like
go
that.
toe to toe. Yep.
I really would. I mean, I understand why he did it.
Cole.
I really wish Cole would just like put his foot in just a little bit.
He
like,
did, but then he took
he
it back
took
out.
It back. Yeah, like you can't do that, yo. You can't put your foot in and take it out. I wish he would have kept it in this just a tad bit longer, a tad bit longer. But Cole, I'm hesitating because I know especially after listening to J. Cole's audio series, like I know his heart as an artist, because I'm like that too. And like you just want to rap, you just want to make music, but
don't think for a minute that them songs ain't out there on the hard drive
trust
somewhere.
me. I said it from the beginning. I think Cole got an arsenal.
Oh,
I think he
course.
got an arsenal. I mean, I
course.
think Kendrick got an arsenal. I think Drake got an arsenal. I think they got stuff ready. They're just, it's like a break in case of an emergency type situation. And that's what I think they have those songs as. Break in case of an emergency. And I would love to see Cole. I would love to see Cole go up against somebody. I kind of want to see Meek go against somebody again, because like that Drake and Meek era was kind of cool too, like back to back. It would just be Cole and Meek, not necessarily against each other, but seeing them go battle somebody. Oh, actually no, I take it back. I would like to see, and this is not necessarily to each other, but just artists I would like to see in them battle. Cole, Joyner Lucas, because I think a lot of people don't realize, like, that man is nice. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else that really? The kid from LA, Ray Vaughn.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him. So I would love to see what he does in like something.
That type of situation.
Yeah, and I'm gonna mess his name up. Toby, they start with the N. He do the videos with, like, they're in like mint green. Him and his wife be rapping, and he be having his kids, and be a whole bunch of dancers. Him, I would love to see him go against somebody, because I think he's super slept on. Super slept on, yeah.
I don't know, the battle rap thing in the family might not be.
That's all, yeah, but like, leave the family at home. Just
come out at night.
Yeah, just come out at night. Leave the family at home. They be alright.
But no, it was definitely good for hip hop.
Yeah.
Definitely good for hip hop.
It was very much so needed. Hopefully, do it again.
Who you listen to from back in the day? You listen to any of
Nas.
That's
Nas
it.
can do no wrong in my eyes. Like, well,
Which was your favorite album?
Illmatic. And it seems like such a cop out, because everyone says Illmatic, but honestly,
That's my favorite album.
I really enjoyed Illmatic. Illmatic was one of the first hip hop albums that I listened to in its entirety. Yeah, it was Illmatic, and then it was The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which those, and Nas and
That was
Lauryn
a
Hill
good album.
are like they're on my Mount Rushmore
Of artists.
Of artists. Nas and
They
Lauryn Hill.
you know what? They should probably do a project together. That would be dope.
So there was a rumor they were going to. I don't know what happened to it, but it would have been nice to see. I'm still holding out hope for Lauryn Hill's second album. I know at this point I don't think we're gonna get it, but I'm still holding out hope because you never know. You never know. But they're on my Mount Rushmore, and them two were like Nas showed me. It was cool to read and be a rapper. As crazy as that sounds, like I'm listening to Nas, I'm like, he sound like he be in the library. Started going to the library. Now I gotta start reading books. Like, but that's how not like Nas made me feel like it was okay to be smart.
What was your favorite song on Illmatic?
The World Is Yours.
The World Is Yours.
Yeah. And a close
The
second.
original version or the remix? The original.
The original. The original. And a close second would be It Ain't Hard to Tell. Yeah. But then as far as like Nas albums, because again, Nas can do no wrong in my eyes. Love Illmatic. I genuinely enjoyed Life Is Good. I enjoyed Life Is Good, but the stuff, King's Disease 3, I got Illmatic all over again, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I appreciate those Hit Boy collabs.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like, man, if only Hit Boy was 30 years older, it probably would have worked
like,
out.
It's so different when it was written dropped.
Yes.
You know, like, it was, you had to go to the record store, you
Yeah.
had to go buy it.
Yeah.
Like, I just remember being on Jamaica Avenue. Every music store had a line down the block.
They wanted that album, yeah.
Everybody driving by is playing it.
Yeah, but
You know,
it was a moment in time which albums don't do anymore. I mean, every so often you get your J. Cole's and your Kendricks that stop the album, that stop time for a second, or Nicki Minaj that stopped time for a second because that was the first time like female rappers were really starting to make a comeback. But people don't really make timeless albums anymore. Right, like the closest I think we've gotten to a timeless album in my generation, I feel, was J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
That's because everybody just worried about dropping a hot single. They like,
Right.
let me just pop this hot single,
Right.
get it spinning.
Literally, and I feel like that was
$2 for my download. Let me cake real quick.
right, and I feel like that was the last like well put together, solid
You know
hip
what?
hop
You're right.
album
You're
that
right.
we got, and we're talking 10 years ago. That was the last solid put together hip hop album that we got. And like I said, we get the Sprinkles, we get the King's Diseases, we get who else? We get album. I really like Rhapsody's last album. We get those sprinkles here and there, but like an album that stops time, we haven't really got since 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Yeah, so until my next album comes out, my third album.
Is this February?
Well, that's not the album, but whenever the next album, third album
Why
comes
don't you
out.
holler at Nas? See if you get a feature with
I
him.
mean, Nas, if you're listening, if you see this, I'm available. I'm here in New York. Contact information is link in bio.
Yo, she's dope. She's dope. She was in here being shy, and then she got comfortable. She's like, all right, let me go back in the booth.
Well,
Let me-
yeah, this is something here. I might as well, you know, put a little something on there. And it's funny because again, I didn't know this was here. Like fortunately, I've been to a decent amount of recording studios in my time, but I'm such a the vibe gotta be right type of artist, and it's funny. It's people make fun of me and whatnot, but the vibe really gotta be right though.
PRR Time Studios,
Yes,
Elmont, Long Island.
Studios. Elmont, Long Island. Like, you ain't even gotta go far. People gotta go in the city. You ain't gotta do all that. We right here.
Right here.
We right here in the towns. Pull up.